Venezuelan President Hugo Chávez dies. What does it mean for Latin America and the world? I'm Marcus Mabry for the New York Times. Shannon O'Neill is a senior fellow at the Council on Foreign Relations focused on Latin America. She joins me now. Thanks for being here.
Happy to be here.
Okay, so this is big news. We've been waiting for it for a while. It has finally come to pass. What does it mean, the death of Hugo Chávez, for Venezuela and for Latin America?
This will be a big change for Venezuela. Hugo Chávez has been in power now over 14 years, and during that time he's concentrated power in the executive branch, legislature, judicial system, and also in the oil industry under his personal control. So it will be a fundamental change to have him gone from the political scene there.
Do the institutions of Venezuela survive the disappearance of the man?
Well, he has systematically undermined many of these institutions. So the real question is, when who comes in next, will they try to rebuild these institutions, make them strong and autonomous again, or will they try to continue a much more personal style of rule, a personalistic type of rule, as he's done over so many years?
His chosen successor, a seeming heir apparent, the vice president, the Obama administration had reached out to him, hoping he'd be a moderating influence in a post-Chavez Venezuela. But when he came out today and had these pronouncements accusing the United States of seeding the cancer that took the life of Hugo Chavez eventually, was that a bad sign that he's not actually a hope for change in Venezuela?
Well, Nicolas Maduro, the vice president, heir apparent from Chavez, is someone who's been very close to Chavez for many years. He's also been very close to Cuba, so he does have some of this more ideological side of socialism that's tied to Chavez. So he's not necessarily a very pragmatic person in the type the United States would like to work with. But you saw today in his speech, he came out and really accused the United States, one, of spying, but also perhaps of causing Chavez's cancer. And so that, to me, says that he is quite worried about maintaining a political base, bringing together the factions within his party. And to do so, it's often easy to turn to an outside enemy, turn against the United States to rally the troops around the flag, or in this case, his chance at the presidency.
And you said he kept using that term, unification of Venezuelans.
Yeah, that was important there because there are many factions within Chavez's party. There are political activists, there are economic elites that were created under his reign, and there's also the military. And so trying to keep all of these groups together will be the big challenge for Maduro as the heir apparent to the party and to Chavez.
Are there, final question, are there risks for the world right now in this period of transition in Venezuela? And what are those risks?
You know, the risks really are for those that are tied closely to Venezuela, and those primarily are Venezuela's neighbors. There's a lot of trade with Brazil, with Colombia. There's some with the United States, but it's mostly oil that has not been disrupted over the 14 years of Chavez's rule. So the real risks would be with the neighbors that depend on Venezuela, some smaller states in the Caribbean, as well as those that trade with them. And there, most of these will probably be actively involved watching this transition.
Shannon, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
That's all for now. I'm Marcus Mabry for the New York Times.